Hello, everybody. Let's see if anybody's around. It's too early. Let's see if they'll. Let's see if YouTube will let me put it out tonight. It blocked everything I did on Sunday. So, how is everybody doing? Boo! I have somebody. Yay! They blocked everything I tried to do on Sunday. Yes, it's working. Everything I did Sunday, they blocked. Everything. I sat there for 5 minutes and didn't say a word, and it still blocked me. That was crazy. Hey, how is everybody? How's everybody doing? Who blocked me? YouTube. YouTube. They kept telling me I had copyright discrepancies. And I could sit there for 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't about the virus. They were just saying I was violating copyright laws. And I sat there for 5 minutes, didn't even say a word. So how is everybody tonight? How's everybody doing? Holding up? Hi, Darlene, too. So, as I teach all this stuff, right? I try to teach you guys. I try to give you guys tools. No, I'm in Colorado. I'm in Colorado, KK. So, hi, Patricia. Oh, they can't. Well, you know what, hon? How are you doing without the surgery, though? So, oh, I know, Jay with. So, I want you guys to think about this. Okay? Everything is consciousness. Everything is energy. Okay? So, so I watched a video and he was talking. He says the coronavirus does not mean to kill. Oh, that's Joe. Okay, Joe. Oh my gosh. Okay. So think about this, Joe. This is something we need to organize, I think. Everything is energy. Everything has consciousness. Now, the video said the coronavirus never meant to kill. So it has coexisted peacefully with animals for centuries. And now it's moved to a new host and doesn't realize that it's killing its hosts. And I said, that makes a little sense. Okay, well, I'm just giving a different alternative to a different way to look at it. Because so since everything has a consciousness, so maybe we should be like meditating and tell this virus that it's killing its hosts, you know? Hey, Gypsy. Hi, Nicola. How are you doing, hon? I actually got on tonight. It blocked everything on Sunday. So, yeah. It's like, okay, I I have been so bogged down the last week from everybody's fear that I had to hear this in order to work through it. I mean, it's, yeah. Hi, Priscilla. I'm glad you're here, hon. We do tarot and talk. We don't just do tarot readings. We talk about things, okay? So I'm going to ask everybody to meditate and tell this virus that it's killing its host, that it's not going to exist because it's killing the host. You know, it's got to have some kind of consciousness. You guys keep saying that. You guys keep saying I'm spot on. I can't be 100%. I can't be. But I kind of freaked out the other night because somebody got back with me on something that I had told them. I'm trying to search for the truth in things. Okay. And the thing is, I'm a Libra, so I have to balance everything. So I'm reading both the Republican and the Democratic stuff. And it's like, yeah, Joe's got the biggest ego in the world. Jaywith does. So, and neither one of them are innocent, but the one that's making the most noise is the Republicans. And they had a bunch of add-ons in there that were worse than anything that the Democrats were putting in. So don't let anybody fool you. Yeah. Where you at, Joe? Are you home? Okay, Joe, did you want a reading? I think we lost Happy Tears. And so it'd be Joe, KK, Tiffany, Darlene, Priscilla, Gypsy, and Nicola. Has anybody, did I miss anybody? Okay. But apparently I quit reading stuff today after I got that message. And it's like, okay, that's all I needed to hear. You know, that's all I needed to hear was, why am I not using my tools as a teacher, a facilitator, and a healer to try to, I mean, I've been sending healing energy out, but I guess I needed to look at it from a different perspective, you know? Okay, Joe, first card up is the Magician. Okay, you have the tools to manifest what you want. Okay, and everything up to now has been practice and study, practice and study, and practice and study. And I'm talking relationship-wise, okay, because I know what's going on a little bit. So it's all been practice and study to get you to where you are now, okay? Quit focusing on the past, okay? I want you to reframe your thinking process. I want you to look at how far you have come rather than what has happened, okay? Look at how much growth that you have gone through rather than look at all the bad things that happened. You need to get your mind off the bad things. You have a tendency to dwell on that, okay? Then we have the Six of Wands. This is forward movement. This is victory, celebration, and somebody recognizing you for who you are. It was the Five of Cups. Okay. So Happy Tears left me. So I am going to put one thing out there, though. Everybody should start thinking about a garden about now, because I think we're going to need them this summer. And it's a good hobby to have. I lagged on the second one. Huh? So good hobby to have, gardening. Okay, good way to help everybody and yourself. Gardening's a good thing, and it's very, very grounding having your hands in the soil. Very, very grounding. Okay. Hi, Ariane. So how's everybody doing? Okay, KK, you're next, hon. Okay. Honey, I really don't hear the spirits. Let me change decks. I just, whatever comes out of my mouth. Well, give me a call. Okay, Tiffany. Tiffany wants love. Joe, I could use a reading. Okay. Okay, so, So KK, we have happy tears left. Okay, this is a completion. This is successfully completing some major lessons, okay? Yeah, the world is the ending, okay? So you are ready to start out on a clean slate, okay? You're ready to start out on a clean slate and starting over with new lessons, new beginnings, new life, okay? But you're cleaning up the last of this energy and you're getting ready to move forward. Major lessons. And this has been going on for a while, and this is still going to be going on for a little bit, okay? This is more of a long-term type thing. It's not like the other cards, because this is a major arcana. So this is a major lesson, okay? Now, we have the 10 of coins. This is the 10 of pentacles. This is fulfillment on all levels. Prosperity and abundance is more than just money and tangible assets, safety, security, it's happy family, good health, all these wonderful things, okay? Now, make sure you don't worry, because when you worry, you lower your immune system. But this is you're ready. You're ready to start. This is moving into a new beginning again, just like this is saying. You're finishing off major lessons, and this is also cleaning up the last of the residue from everything you've gone through. You are ready to go back to the ace, okay? And this is ready to take you back to the zero again. These are all cycles of life, okay? Now, we have, like I said, this is going to take a while. I didn't even look at this card. We have the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles. This is a very slow-moving energy, but it's stable, it's constant, it's long-term, okay? So there are some new things coming in. Again, okay? But this is going to be a long, slow process, so have some patience. But it is, all these cards are saying you've got some new beginnings, some wonderful things coming in, okay? Does that make sense, hon? Okay. KK, have you been here before? I have a video. If you go to my playlist and you look for classes, there's a video in there. Okay. Have you seen the bubble technique then? Use it, especially with all the stuff that's going on. We need to clear all that worry, everything. I want you guys to focus on the good things that are going on, okay? I want you to focus on people, how people are stepping out and helping each other, how people are being, yeah, good. Okay? Focus on the good things that everybody's doing. You know, we've got, yeah, yes, yes, yes. And I've been so bombarded all week. It's just, and I've had people calling me all day and all night long. It's like, oh, yes. Okay, Tiffany, you're next, hon. Tiffany, Darlene, Priscilla, Gypsy, Nicola, and Ariane. And did I miss anybody? Okay. Girl, you've got somebody coming in. That's all I can say. It comes up every time. Every time, girl. First, we have the Justice card. Okay, there's a need for balance. Okay, keep your emotions, your passions in check right now. Okay, because there's a need for the balance. There's a need for truth and clarity. This could be a contract of some type. It could be divorce, could be marriage card, but it's some kind of decision that's being made in your favor and justice being brought out. Okay, now, and I do have a little bit of a thing for time frame. We can pull that too if you guys want to ask. Okay, this is a Two of Swords. Normally she has her heart crossed. Okay, and she's holding two swords and she's got a mask on. I like this one because, see, this card tells me actions speak louder than words. Okay, she's looking for the truth. She's looking for the clarity. She's observing the actions rather than what they're saying. Okay, just sitting back and observing. Hi, Priscilla. And then we have the Lover's card. Okay, and in this deck, they're made to look like Romeo and Juliet. But look at these: waterfowl, mate for life. Yeah, there's a list. I got you down, hon. Okay. So there is a relationship, a long-term relationship coming in. Whether it's who you're waiting for or somebody else, you've made so many shifts and accomplishments lately, girl. Allow yourself to be open to whatever comes in, okay? Make sense, hon? I think you may have outgrown this last person. Okay. Darlene, you're next, hon. Okay. Time frame. Hold on. Do we have two Priscillas in here? Hold on. Yes, we do. Priscilla Ellen would be next. And it'd be Darlene and Priscilla Ellen. Okay, time frame. Let me look. Time frame for Tiffany. Okay. Okay. Two months. 2 months. I have 2 months. Just be open to something new, hun. Okay, Darlene wants. Yeah. Love. So I made a suggestion to everybody that came in earlier. Let's all like meditate and talk to this virus. It doesn't realize what it's doing. And everything has consciousness. We just need to talk to the consciousness. You have chills, huh? You're going to have to keep me informed, Tiffany. Okay. Darlene. You behaving yourself, Nancy? Okay. I have a king and a queen of pentacles. This is a power couple. Okay. Very loving, caring, generous, giving, receiving. Okay. Stable, long-term. Okay. Has this person been around for a while? Hey, Kay. Look at this. Happy family, people. I'm doing good, hon. I'm doing good now that I'm starting to not be so bombarded with all the stuff that's going on, okay? It makes sense, okay? Now, this is seeds were planted a long time ago, okay? Takes a while for the tree to grow and mature enough to bear fruit. Well, the tree is now bearing fruit, and it's time to pick the harvest. So now it's time for choices and decisions. What are you going to do? What can you two create together, okay, to create a life together? You don't have to do things the way that everybody else says it should be. You need to create something for yourself. Remember that you as a person each are whole and complete. Okay, you two come together and it should be the whipped cream on top. It's you coming together to complement each other and bring out the best in each other, okay? You do not, and it's interesting because they're all three cards are pentacles, okay? Long-term, stable. Make sense, hon? Priscilla E. I couldn't get on Sunday. Hi, my name. Yes, I got you on the list. So everything I did on Sunday, I just sit there for 5 minutes. Also, you're on here, Gypsy. You're on here. You're after Priscilla E. So it's Priscilla E, Gypsy, Nicola, Ariane, Priscilla, Church, Nancy, Kay, and my name. And so there's another Priscilla. Okay. Priscilla. So I was suggesting everybody take time to meditate and talk to the consciousness of this virus. It doesn't realize what it's doing. It's trying to coexist with us. Yeah. Start visualizing what you want, Darlene. Visualize the end result of what you would like to happen and allow the universe to fill in the details. Okay? Yay, Taddy! So I'm going to tell you the same thing I'm telling everybody else, Taddy. Doing healing work and being a facilitator, sometimes I forget things myself, you know. I teach these things, but everything is energy. Everything has a consciousness, okay? If we all meditate and talk to the consciousness of this virus, we might be able to shift some things, if that makes sense. Priscilla E., are you here, hon? Yes, she's here. Priscilla E. and then Gypsy. Taddy, every time it seems like every time I talk to you, you're cooking, unless you're doing readings. Okay, so Priscilla, we have the death card. That's what I said. When I think of cooking, I think of you. Oh, I told you that one night. Yeah. Okay, this is transformation and change. Okay, so we're talking about talking to the consciousness of this virus. Okay, it's everything has a consciousness. So this is transformation from one consciousness to another consciousness. So you're transmuting something. And one of the things I like to use is water for an example. You have a liquid state. You could freeze it. It turns solid. But then when it melts, it comes back to liquid state. When you boil it, it turns to steam, but it comes back down to the earth as a liquid again. That's transmutation. Okay? So there's been transformation, transmutation in your life. Okay? Nothing dies, it only changes. And I think that, okay, my name, we'll get you next time, hon. Or you, if you come on later, okay? Transformation. Okay, this is through choices and decisions that you have made, okay? Let me mark her off. So then we have the Three of Pentacles. This is moving forward, long-term, okay, working towards stability, okay? Working hard in order to focus on one thing at a time and build something solid. And this is going to bring in happiness on all levels. Total fulfillment. This is the best card in the whole deck. This is fulfillment on all levels. Okay, transformation, change, tapping into your passions, your desires, good relationships. This is light being brought to the situations, innocence, trust, forward movement, okay? Sounds awesome, girl. Does that make sense, hon? Gypsy! Gypsy and Nicola. I'm going to have to go out to California and have Daddy cook for me. Okay. Or we could cook together, Taddy. Okay. This apparently is very important, okay? Because I have two cards here. I have two cards here that are talking about a balance. There needs to be more of a balance in giving and receiving. This must be really important in your life for two of them to pop up, okay? So this is balancing, yeah, balancing the giving and receiving, whether he's putting a coin on or he's taking a coin off. I don't know. Okay, I can't tell, but there's, like I said, there's a need for balance. But you're moving forward to something long-term and stable. Okay, you're waiting for your ship to come in, or somebody's waiting for their ship to come in, and the ship is coming and you're looking at it. So that tells me that they're open to receiving. Okay. But again, there needs to be more of an even give and take. Okay. Then we have the Page of Cups. Okay, this is communication. This is a need for, okay, this could be an apology for one thing. It's new beginnings of communication that could be loving, emotional support. Oh, I just love this time of night in the computer. Okay. So, like I said, it could be an apology. It could be new beginnings of communication of a loving nature, could be an apology, or just could be the new beginnings of emotional support. Does that make sense, hon? Okay. Nicola, are you still here, hon? Nicola and Ariane. Pull these cards. Priscilla E., I did your reading. Okay, we're at 32 minutes now. I just did Gypsy, and yours was just before that, hon. Priscilla R. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people ahead of you, Priscilla R. Okay. I'm doing Nicola now, and then there's 4 more people after that. Actually, I'm doing Ariane now because Nicola hasn't answered. Priscilla E., you should be able to go back. Yeah. Priscilla E., you should be able to go back a little bit and listen to yours. This is not like Facebook where you have to wait for me to get off. You should be able to go back, I'd say maybe 6 minutes and find your reading, hon. Okay. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. This is new beginnings of communication over something that's long-term and stable. That might be his application, okay? Focus on the gratitude. Focus on the end result of what you want, okay? And let the universe fill in the details. Now, this is something that could make him very happy. Okay, this is called the 1111 card. That usually means you're on the right path. But, okay, make sure he asks a lot of questions about this job. Because there's something in here. There's some illusions and some fears that need to be looked at. Okay, girl, teach him the bubble technique because he's stuck in his head. He's in a mental prison. He's not letting himself. He's so worked up. Okay, is he an empath? Seriously, is he an empath? Because I feel like he's just totally bombarded with everything that's around him. Teach him the bubble technique and teach him the who does it belong to, for one thing. He's stuck in his head. Ask him, do you feel other people's emotions? Do you pick up vibes from other people? You know, he may think you'll think he's too weird if he tells you something like that, right? But this is stuck in the mental prison. All he has to do is tweak that thinking a little bit. Pisces are very intuitive, hun. Very intuitive. But he's stuck in this mental prison. There's got to be a shift of thinking there somewhere. Folk, have him, have him sit down and write down how far he's come, how many accomplishments that he has made. Hardworking, got to look for balance. That Libra moon this is Libra moon, being stuck in your head. It's like you have to balance out everything. Everything. Ask him if he argues with himself constantly, trying to balance everything out. Okay? Stuck in his head. Stuck in his head. There's a shift. Yep. Workaholic, and he's got to, it's like he's got to decipher everything. He's got to balance everything. Teach him the bubble technique. See if he's open to it. And also teach him who does it belong to. Okay? You'd be surprised. I taught a guy at the metaphysical store how to use the bubble technique. He was frustrated because the doctors couldn't help his anxiety. Okay? Yeah, those are tough placements to have all together. You know? He's being torn apart on 3 different levels, you know? Now, I do show there's forward movement to long. Yeah. This is moving forward to something more stable. He is open to receiving. And he's see, the ship is coming in. He's open to receiving it. But you've got to get him out of this thinking mode. Okay? He's blocking it by hanging on to this stuff. Don't ask him what he's feeling. Ask him what he's thinking. For one thing, men have to take time to decipher what they're feeling, but they can usually tell you what they're thinking. Just ask him some casual questions. Do you have to balance everything out in your head? I argue with myself constantly. For every positive thought, I have a negative thought. I have to. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That'll do it. Time he can message me and we could talk about it. Okay. I hope that makes sense, hon, but it looks like he's going to get it, but yeah. It's the Libra. Libra can be very intuitive too, but like I said, yeah, I'm a Libra too. Everything's got to be balanced. And see, the thing is, my sun, moon, rising, Neptune, and one other sign are all in Libra. So I am obsessive about balance. Girl, if I eat M&Ms, I even have to put them in 2 of each color and eat 1 on each side. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, Priscilla Church, you're next, hon. Priscilla Church, Nancy, and Kay. Your mom's a Libra. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm watching all this stuff that's going on with the government, and I'm trying to look at everything from both sides. Okay. And they all need to go. They all need to go. Priscilla, Nancy, and Kay. I'm not key. I do. I have to balance everything. And then if I'm eating like pecans or something, I have to match the sizes too. Oh, everything's got to be balanced. Okay. Okay, that's Priscilla Rodriguez. I need Priscilla Church. Priscilla Church, Nancy Kay, and then Priscilla Rodriguez. Just have a little patience, hon. And then Taddy. Well, Priscilla and Nancy are not answering, so I guess we go to Kay. Yes. Okay. Good cards, girl. Okay, you got some major long-term things coming on, though. Okay, first card is all those Librans. Oh. How's Jay the Libra? That's so funny. Okay. This is a resurrection card. Okay. This is a call to awakening. Something that you thought was over with is not over. Okay. Now we have the Nine of Cups. What are your expectations? What are you looking for? Okay. Visualize the end result of what you want. I had to really come to balance this week because I gained 5 pounds, and it's just from picking up everybody else's stuff, you know. So, wish card. What are you wishing for? You have a tendency to get stuck in your head too. So don't just blame it on Libras. You have a tendency to overthink things too, okay? Maybe that's why you pick up all these Libras, because you have a need to balance things too. Does that make sense? But focus on what you want. This is the wish card. Okay. Now, another long-term one. This is a completion. Yeah, you're a Pisces, so of course, yeah. So this is completion of lessons. Major lessons. Okay, you are ready to start all over again in a clean slate. You are completing all the rest of these lessons. Now, this may take a little bit of time. You may be a little faster on one level than you are another level, but you're completing all these things. You're ready to start all over again with a clean slate. Okay? Clean slate. You're ready to go back to the zero. Stepping off into new lessons, into the universe with total trust in the universe that it's going to take care of you. It's a rebirth, okay? Looks awesome, girl. Nicola, you disappeared and missed your turn. Okay. So she didn't show up. She didn't show up. We got Kay. No Name had to leave. Nicola. Yes. You've got a lot of new things coming on. So now's the time to set some goals, girl. Set some goals. Start visualizing the end result of all the things you want and give gratitude for it every day. Nicola. Nicola is my social butterfly. Nicola should be a social director. This girl is she knows everybody. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. We could have talked about this before. This is the end of being stabbed in the back, talked about, abused, used. Okay, you're done. You're done. Okay, and you've kind of set that boundary out to the universe already. The universe is opening up a new pathway for you. That's what the deer signifies. Okay. Transformation and change. Look at this. This is you making your choices and decisions and transforming your life, transforming the whole situation. This is what I tried. Nicola is a perfect person as an example for making choices and decisions to change your life. This girl is awesome at it. Okay. Now, Six of Wands, forward movement, victory, celebration, people recognizing who you are. Awesome, awesome reading, girl. Virgo. Tattie's an earth sign too. What's your moon and rising? Do you know, Nicola? Priscilla Rodriguez, you're next, hun. Did we lose Priscilla? Priscilla and then Tatty. Is there anybody that I don't have on the list? Yeah, I'm interested too, Nicola. I'd like to know what your moon and your rising are. Okay, there she is. I thought maybe we lost you because you had to wait so long. Okay. I usually don't do medical stuff, but let me do... Let me grab my pendulum. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Permission to ask questions for Priscilla Rodriguez. Yes. Okay. Did Antonio J. get someone pregnant? Yes. Oh, Ariane, you've been on here a lot. You haven't learned what the bubble technique is? Hold on, let me pull 3 cards for Priscilla, and then we'll talk about that, okay? Okay, if you go to my... Well, I'll teach you how to do it. What the heck? Hold on. Okay, so I have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's on my playlist it's under classes. There's 2 classes in there. There's Who Does It Belong To? And the other one is the Bubble Technique. Okay. But I'll show everybody on here again anyway. Okay. Maybe we can all clear something together. Okay, this person is stuck in their head. Can't make a decision, can't make a choice. This person wants to offer a cup of love, but they're stalled. Okay? There's no forward movement at this point. It's all in their head. They're just thinking about it, okay? Now, we have the Page of Swords. This is rapid communication going back and forth. The thing is, this is also somebody that's watching you, that's keeping track of you. They're not stalking you. They're just keeping track of you, okay? And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is like the apprenticeship card. Okay. This is learning new things. Okay, there's all kinds of potential out here. There's all kinds of options, but this person's only focusing on one thing at a time right now. Again, this person could be stuck in their head. Okay? I want you to tap into your creativity. That's part of this potential, is you tapping into your creativity, okay? Does that make sense, hon? Okay, ladies, let's do a bubble technique. What would everybody like to clear? And then I'll go in and do Tatty. She'll probably be the last one for tonight because we don't have a lot of people here tonight. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I know. It's hard, hon. Nicola, you missed it. You got to go back and watch it, girl. You got to go back and watch it. Oh, girl. Okay, so I was kind of freaked out the other night because back in February I did a reading for a lady on Facebook. Oh my gosh, that made me second guess doing readings ever again. I normally don't go back and redo the readings for people. Yeah, that's a problem. You got to know what time. Doesn't your birth certificate say what time you were born? Okay, so I freaked out because I did it. It was the 1st of February, and I did a reading and she wasn't there. So for some reason, I went back and did a reading again, and it was almost the exact same cards. It was the same message. So she messaged me last week, and she said, wow. She goes, I went back and listened to the last reading you did for me, and she goes, you hit it on the nose. She kind of told me what was going on, and I said, well, what did it say? Because I tried to go back and find it, and she kind of told me what it said, and she says, you know what's funny is she says I went back and watched the whole thing, and I listened to the first reading, and it was almost the same as the second reading. And usually after I do the readings, I don't remember, so I didn't think. And she says, And I know how you are. She goes, you don't like to end on a negative ending, so you always pull extra cards. She goes, you kept trying to make it come out with a positive ending, but I told her twice, and there something needed to come to light. There was a tower coming to shake things up, and things needed to be brought into the light. When she told me what was going on, I was blown away. That kind of scared me, because it's like, wow, I don't want to predict negative things. Okay, yeah. Right now we're at 55 minutes, so I would probably go back to about 45 minutes, hon. So then comes the question, how much am I creating this reality by telling her that? Or how much am I tapping into that reality to tell her? I don't want to contribute to adding to that reality or creating that reality. Yeah. Oh, the earth signs have to keep everybody fed and happy and safe and secure. Okay, so bubble technique. Okay, you bring your hands together till you find that little ball. Home and hearth, yep. Okay, you're going to put an emotion, a metaphor, a story you tell yourself, anything like that. Okay, like all this worry over all this virus that's going on, put it in the middle of that bubble and bring your hands back and forth. Ooh, that's heavy. Yeah. And there's a I don't know if you guys watched one of the little ones that did. There's a meditation where you close your eyes, you expand your energy out, see what it feels like, then expand it out to the room, the house, the town, the state, the country, the world, out into the universe. Okay. I did see your yes, and I read you, and I did your reading, hun. Okay. So you keep going, you keep expanding your energy out to the universe, and you're going to hit a point to where all this trauma, drama, all man's reality is going to slip away. Okay, that's okay, Nicola. And then you turn around and look at the earth and see how beautiful it is. Okay, I want you to tap into that feeling of peace and no worry and bring it back with you. And every time you're stressed out, okay, you're going to tap into that energy and bring it into you again, okay? That's an awesome meditation. I have expanded out and expanded out, and I get to a point where there's this break in the universe, and there's this beautiful light shining through, and I haven't walked into it, but I have asked, what is this? And they told me that it was the galactic center. And I told somebody that, I said, I can expand out past the galactic center. And they go, whoa, that's far. And it's like, it's not far to me. It's just there. It's just there. We limit ourselves by what we believe. I know that I can do this. I was like, he told me, the same guy, he told me, well, you need to open up your heart chakra. So what I do is I visualize my heart opening up like a lotus blossom and just expanding out the universe. And he goes, whoa, You don't have any troubles with that at all. It was funny. Nicola, look at your birth certificate. It should say on your birth certificate, hon. You had to have your birth certificate in order to get your passport and stuff. So there's no limitation. There's no limit on us. We put our own limitations on everything. We all have the same. We have, Jesus talks about there's the gifts of prophecy, the gifts of interpretation, the gifts of healing. He names all these gifts, but there's so many. Try putting that in. We have all these gifts. We just pick and choose. It's what we allow ourselves to have. That's the thing. I have been presented opportunities to tap into other gifts, which one is a medical intuitive, and I kind of chose not to do that because that's because people don't want to hear what you have to say anyway. You could lead a horse to water and not get him to drink, but you can plant seeds and, well, you can try this and that. Well, they say, well, no, the doctor won't let me do that. Well, they're not open to receiving that. Okay. So it's one of the hardest things you have to learn as a healer is you may have solutions for them, but you can't get them to do it unless they're open and receptive to it. May not be their path too. They may be a soul contract where they came into to experience exactly that. So it's hard. It's hard lessons. So yeah. And to be able to tell somebody something, what I can tell them what I'm seeing, and then suggest for them to go to the doctor. But then a lot of people think it's something else. But it's, and I know on some level I can communicate with dogs, but I haven't explored that. I should explore that a little before this one passes. She's already going to be 14. So Tattie's next. Have I missed anybody else's readings? Nicola, if you go to astro.com, you can put in a birth chart and put in 5 p.m. Oh, do you think maybe part of that is the stress of everything that's going on, hon? Or you think he's panicking? Oh my God, girl. Okay. These are all major arcana. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Now, to me, this is an 1111 card. You're on the right path. He's annoying. Taddy, how long have you been single? Seriously, girl. First off, this could be a marriage card. It could be a figure of authority. It could be spiritual teachings. It could be going in and find your own spiritual authority. Okay. So do you think anybody coming into after 2 years, do you think anybody coming into your life is not going to be a little bit annoying? What do you think it's going to be for me after 21 years? It'll be 21 years in August. It's like, how annoying is somebody going to be in my life? Oh, but I'm more flexible. Okay. Could be a spiritual authority. It could be a spiritual teacher. It could be a marriage card, but to me, it looks like 1111 and it looks like you're on the right path. Okay. Now we have the World card. Look at this. Look at this, girl. Well, you know what, hon? You have a choice here, don't you? Okay. We have the World card. Okay, you've learned some major lessons. You define, don't forget, you define how he treats you. You don't have to put up with those things. Okay? Learning these lessons, completing these lessons, ready to move into a clean slate. Girl, you're finishing up major cycles here. Okay? Maybe this is, okay, so maybe this is, yeah. This might also be the Akashic Records. Maybe you had a soul contract with him. Okay? Maybe you're finishing up something. Okay, now Nicola is a good one. I used her for an example one day. Okay, I told her that this guy and her were going to separate. Okay, and that he was going to come back. Well, when he did come back, she recognized that he was a narcissist, and she told me, she says, "Well, am I waiting for this new guy to come in?" Okay, I said, "You know what? You shifted the energy. He came back, but you made a choice. You kicked him to the curb because he's a narcissist. You've done set a boundary out to the universe that you're not going to put up with that anymore." Okay? She set out a clear boundary that she's not going to do it anymore. So this is choices and decisions. You're finishing up the last of it. I think this, at this point in time, okay. Choices, decisions, girl. Okay. Look at this last card, though. Whatever you choose is going to bring in happiness. There's your sun card. Look at how beautiful that is. Yeah. Nicole set out a whole new boundary to the universe. So it's not up to the universe, Taddy. It's up to you to make some choices and decisions. It's you need. Have you sat down and talked to him? And don't ask him what he's feeling. Ask him what he's thinking. That's the thing. We ask them, what are you feeling? And they don't know what they're feeling. They have to think about that for a while, you know? But it's up to you. Nicola, I gave her the energy that was there at the time. Sure, he was going to come back, but then she made a choice. Okay? She made a choice. So instead of giving it to him, okay, just sit down and have a conversation with him. Just ask him what he's thinking and say, I am listening, you know. Sometimes all they want to do is be heard. Don't give it to him. And then a lot of times what we do as women is we unload everything at once, and then they're overwhelmed and they shut down. If you're going to sit down and talk to him, tell him, I'm listening. I want to hear your point of view. Okay. What are you thinking? Okay. It's because if you throw a bunch of stuff at him, men only focus on one thing at a time, hun. You throw a lot of stuff at him. Because I used to message Rob and I'd tell him a story, and he'd tell me, can you break that down for me into a few sentences? Because he couldn't do it. He was pretty good at communicating. So yeah. What you think, ladies? You got any more questions tonight? Anything you guys want to talk about? And did I get everybody that wanted a reading? Yay! They didn't kick me off tonight. I tried 6 times. I tried 6 times on 2 channels. A question. Okay, the rule of thumb is if you ask another question that you have to donate. Because then everybody else is going to want to ask another question too. But we can talk about some things, okay? If that makes sense, hon. Choices, Taddy, choices. I'm sorry, Ariane. If I answer a second question for you, then a lot of times people get all upset and I have to stay consistent. And I wobble on that. Taddy's my teacher, and that's one of the things that she taught me. Yes, girl. Why are they going to hate you? We only pulled 3 cards for you. We only did 1 question for you. Oh, hell. I pulled 3 cards for me. Ooh. Oh, because you taught me that. So my first card is the moon. Shadows and illusions. Follow that intuition knowing. There's things going on that I don't know about. Ah, that'd be great. Then I have the 10 of Swords. This is coming out of that mental prison. But I don't think it's me because I have the Lover's card. I think it's him. I think it's him. I'm telling you guys, I probably wouldn't have half the people I have for subscribers if it wasn't for Taddy. She brought a lot of people over with her for one thing, and she taught me how to use the YouTube, and she made my banner and my icon for me. All I can do is say, girl, is I'm waiting on the universe. They've been telling me for 3 years that he's coming back. The first lady's told me, well, he's going to come back after years and he's going to tell you. Oh, are you serious? 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and oh my God, that's marriage. Wow. Well, I told you I messaged him last week. I just kept it light and upbeat and he answered. So we'll see. Maybe with all this virus, I know you've been telling me for a while, but he's so slow. That's what I said. These earth sign males are just so slow. And as soon as these women tell me, oh, he's just so slow. Yeah, is he an earth sign? Yeah. But I'm thinking that this virus stuff is maybe making him think twice about everything. I used a new shampoo today and my head is itching. I have celiac, so if it's got gluten in it, it's going to bug me to death. Well, I don't know, girl. And yeah. Yeah, you've been telling me since you started reading for me too. It's just it's universal timing. That's the thing. And I can't go out and meet anybody else because we can't go out and socialize. And I don't know where to go meet men anyway, you know? Thank you for doing that, Taddy. Taddy's an awesome reader, guys. Everybody should go subscribe to her channel. She hasn't been on for a few months, but when she does, you get a notification and you can get in there and get a good reading. She does some awesome readings. Well, you know, I'm just trying to be patient, and it's not easy. I mean, how impatient would you be after 21 years of being single? And I'm sure that, girl, I tried Tinder. And it's funny because Tinder tells you if you have any friends in common. And this one guy messaged me, and he had my grandson in common with me. I told him, you know my grandson. We talked for a little bit, and then he never messaged again. No, I got rid of all. So I thought I had got rid of all my online stuff. Okay. And then I got a message from Plenty of Fish with messages back from guys. Somebody had hacked my account. They were sending out phone numbers. And when I tried to message these guys to tell them, I couldn't get through to them. Okay, there was like 8 guys that they had messaged to give it a phone number. And I messaged, it was on a Saturday night. I messaged Plenty of Fish. Took them 7 days to get back to me. By then I had deleted the account because I didn't want anybody else to be scammed. I should have called the phone number. I have a very good education on scammers because of my age. On the dating apps, they take one look at my age and they think I'm stupid. And they think I'm going to have money. You know, and so I can usually tell right away. They talk different for one thing. And then one of them I had another app to use with the phone number to talk back and forth. When I quit talking to one of them, he put my the phone number up for the app up and in Nicaragua, and I was getting calls day and night from guys from Nicaragua. That was a trip. That was a trip. I've had some adventures, you know. So, and then I went in and I think I have all of them deleted now. Because that's one of the things that you want to do when you're serious about somebody is you want to clear out that energy, you know. Just like we went in and cut the cords with my ex. And he was doing witchcraft on me. We had to go in and clear cords with my whole family and everybody to do that. Yeah. See, that's where I was on OkCupid when I met Rob. Yeah. Rob's the only real person I met. And I didn't have any luck on Bumble either. Taddy, if you're serious about this guy, you need to get rid of your Bumble. They pick up on that stuff. And okay, Cupid, I'll never use a dating app again. Ah, yeah. The first guy I ever I talked to for 5 months. We had some interesting conversations, and he was a scammer. And he said he was from San Francisco. And then he went over and told me he was doing business in England and the gangs robbed him after 5 months. Okay. And that he needed to borrow some $6,500. And I told him I didn't have that kind of money. I wouldn't have sent it anyway. And then I had sent him a message. I said, wow, I guess I should have known you were a scammer too. And he messaged me back because we were talking about being empaths because he said his dad was an empath. And he says, he messaged me back and he said, he goes, the reason that you don't fit in is because you're an empath and you're different. That's the last time I ever heard from him. But it's like, nah, not happening. So after that, I just kind of played with them online because I was bored. Like I said, you can tell. Hey, girl. Girl, I am not going to do a reading for you because you've had how many in the last week? And I'm going to tell you what I told my daughter. You can't get dependent on readings, but we'd love for you to come and talk to us. I don't care if he was butthurt. You know? RM2 and I talk every day. She's going stir crazy being at home. I thought you said the me? Yeah, RM2 is just going nuts. She's a workaholic. Yes, we do talk every day. She's so funny. She's so funny. She's ready to climb the walls. She's in New York. So, and people are not staying home at all in New York. They're all over the place. So you got the World, Ace of Swords, and the Chariot. Ooh. So the World is, like I said, completion of lots of lessons and working toward a new beginning, a clean slate. Ace of Swords is new beginnings after all the troubles, the struggles. Could also be tapping into your spirituality. Yeah. Could be new job. But it's definitely new beginnings. And the Chariot is forward movement. Okay. Divine timing. There it is. We were just talking about divine timing. It's forward movement with success, but divine timing. Thank you, hon. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you both for doing that. Oh, for Taddy. Oh, yeah. See, I had the world too for Taddy. That was the first card up too. I love you too, Nicola. Nicola has been with me since I first started doing readings on Oh, they're for me? Oh, okay. Nicola has been with me since I started doing readings on Casey Spiritual Corner on Facebook. She's been with me since the beginning. Wow, I'm excited. So I couldn't get on here on Sunday night. Oh yeah, today's new moon. Everybody write up your list for what you want to manifest. Okay. So Sunday night I went on Facebook. So my youngest son showed up. 3 of my nieces showed up. My sister-in-law showed up. No, 4 of my nieces showed up. My other niece's sister-in-law and her boyfriend showed up. They said it was just sheer coincidence they found me, and then they heard my niece talking about me at bingo one night, and they hadn't realized that I was related to my niece. And then 2 other people showed up, and it's like it was family night. But I ended up talking to the guy. He says, my girlfriend's been telling me to get a reading for you for a long time, and I only remember reading for her one time. And as soon as I pulled out the apprenticeship card, boy, I had his attention real quick, because he's an apprentice for an apprentice journeyman for HVAC. And he just needs to go down and take the test. And he's trying to help one of the other guys pass that can't pass. And I said, see, this is what's going on in the world is, everybody's reaching out to each other and being kind and helping each other, and that's cool. One of these nights, we're going to have to do a Zoom. We can do a Zoom free for 40 minutes. Okay. And we could see each other and talk. What are you doing now that you're not teaching, girl? How are you keeping busy, Taddy? Besides cooking, you have Zoom for work, yeah. Yeah, I have an account. We could talk for 40 minutes free. It's $15 a month if we wanted to do more than that. We thought about teaching classes on there, but I think Rachel and I haven't been able to do the classes because her kids are home, so. This may actually, I'm thinking it may shift how they're doing some schooling all over the place, girl. Yeah. It was kind of funny because I was listening to a class on Saturday. They were trying to do it through one program and didn't work, and everybody kept telling him, well, go to Zoom. So he went to Zoom, and we had a class. And he was teaching in giving and receiving, about giving and receiving, and what it says in the Kabbalah. And I kind of got shivers because it was like, this is what I try to teach my people. 8 of Wands. Ooh. See, 2 more major arcana cards too, girl. You got some long-term stuff going on. How's your eye doing anyway, hon? She ended up at the ER the other night with her eye. And what did you do to your hand now? The thing is, soap and water is better for your hands than the sanitizer is. Lord, that was making you want to puke. Now, I've been taking this stuff, okay? This is black cumin seed. The Bible calls it the blessing seed, okay? Now, through the centuries, it has a reputation of curing everything but death. And it's interesting because I'm one of those at-risk people. I have lung problems. I have heart problems. And my lungs have opened up a lot from this stuff. It strengthens your lungs, for one thing, okay? Interesting stuff. I have AFib, and I have quivers, AFib, and one of the valves is borderline of moving into critical. So, and it's kind of funny, after I started taking this, my heart rate and that's funny. Oh. So after I started taking these, my AFib slowed down. I could actually feel myself into a regular rhythm once in a while now, or most of the time now. So that's been interesting. Caddy, if you can sing opera after you take these pills. Okay. I do have the seeds. I did order the seeds, but I got the pills. Oh. Okay. Because I wanted something quick while I was waiting for the order to come in, because it's got, this is what it says. It's a powerful antioxidant oil, offers nutritive support that may benefit a healthy immune system when used regularly. Health practitioners around the world use black seeds oil, unique essential fatty acids to help balance our body. are 100% pure black seed oils, cold pressed in accordance with superior standards and delivered in vegan capsules. Now, my son, the middle finger, that's so funny. You're so spunky, Nicola. My son has taken the actual oil while he's got all these kids on the pills. He says, he goes, this is cleaning out all kinds of stuff, Mom. That's good stuff. And my kids question everything I tell them. So for him to say that I was impressed. But that's what if I recommend anything, or the homeopathy. Yeah. It was kind of funny because when I was reading, the homeopathy doctors in India are using Arsenica album 30C. And I thought, okay, that's usually just for colds. Didn't make any sense. But then they started talking about this other anti-malaria medicine. So I looked up malaria, and one of the remedies for it is the Arsenica album. I said, well, I guess that would make some sense if that's why they're having some result with that. But I do homeopathy. I had 50 years of chronic bronchitis for 5 months every year until one of my friends gave me a little pill. It was gone in 4 hours. After 5 months of squeaking, couldn't even cough. All I did was squeak. My lungs were so shut down. Yeah. So I swear by homeopathy. And I've started stuff for garden because I'm sure with all the people getting sick around the world that you did, huh? Awesome. Yeah, so I've started stuff for a garden. My neighbor and I are opening up the fence between the properties. I just have to put up a little bit of a fence to keep little Tinky here from running over to chase the cats. It's funny. She's got 3 cats, and her and the cats just sit and stare at each other like they're all friends. But these other 3 cats in the front, she wants to chase them down and kill them all. But these ones in the back, they're her buddies. Oh, that's awesome, girl. Yeah, little Tinkerbell, the queen of the household. So it woke you up. I wonder how much because sometimes in healing, people put like blinders on us. Yeah. So on some levels, some people we might have even done it ourselves when we came in, when we made the contracts. But yeah, you're going to grow leaps and bounds now, girl. Especially if Metatron's involved. I kept seeing blue light. Okay, so Archangel Michael is blue, and I kept seeing blue, but Archangel Michael's more this blue. Okay, and I kept thinking it was Archangel Michael until one night I was meditating. That's awesome, girl. So one night I'm meditating, and you know how they show the Christmas cards with the navy blue sky in the background with the little stars, and then you see this tree, It's just an outline. It's black. So I'm seeing that, and I see this little blue light go up to the top of the tree and explode into blue light at the top of the tree. And then I ran into two more references to Archangel Metatron. He is the angel, the archangel at the top of the tree of life. I said, whoa. I've been told that too, Taddy. We're all star seeds. We came to be movers and shakers. We volunteered to be here in order to go through all this at this time. Daddy doesn't do Facebook anymore. We could also do a three-way on Skype. I know Nicola has Skype because we did her readings on Skype. Taddy, it's free to download Skype. Are you pretty much stuck at home right now, Taddy? And I think that Skype is a little more steady than I think Skype is a little more steady than Messenger, and you can add more people on too. This last week has just been I just been picking up everybody else's energy. Yeah. And RM2 and I talk every day, so. Nicola, you already have Skype. That's what we did your reading on, hon. So my Skype is KACI and then CI. Well, yeah. It's like I've had 40 years to get where I am now. I'm sure they didn't want to. I don't know. If it would have happened fast, I probably would have freaked out. Like I said, I kind of freaked out on that reading last week. It's like, what? And then I put these all in backwards, didn't I? And upside down. If I do go ahead and subscribe to Zoom, you can do unlimited meetings for however long you want. So. No, we weren't trying to do Zoom. We've been pretty much doing Messenger. So the guy I talked to the other night, I asked him, I said, how many times do you know who's calling, or you think of somebody and they call? Things like that. And he goes, oh, a lot. And I said, see, you're just more intuitive than you think. Girl, this last week, I don't even know what I did yesterday. And I don't think it was Zoom. Zoom would have been video. No, I couldn't get on here Sunday night, so I went on to Facebook. And it was funny because it was my niece's sister-in-law's boyfriend. I don't think it was Zoom, hon. So, yeah, he had a lot of questions. And I'm sure he's going to bring it up in front of my niece's husband, and he doesn't believe in this stuff. So, but they didn't even know that I was related to her till she was talking about me at bingo. I said, bingo? Yeah, she was there. RM2 is becoming my stalker. She's coming in on all my readings now. That's okay. I have one tomorrow night on a international group. Hey, KK. You're funny. Hey, maybe we should have an online bingo. You come to join our conversation, KK? That's cool. I got to figure out some other little things to put up under classes so that are quick, like the bubble technique and the who does it belong to. Trying to teach you guys some tools, but those are two of some of the most powerful things that I've ran across lately. So RM2 knows when I don't answer her messages that I'm online, and she comes looking for me. We're going to make a reader out of her yet. I told Taddy today, this is like when you first get out of college and you're used to studying all the time. Oh, chord release. Yes, I can do that. Thank you, KK. What is this? No, I haven't. Okay, so we're going to do the grounding class first, but her kids are home, so she hasn't been able to come over. We're going to put them on Udemy. Udemy has a bunch of spiritual classes on there. So they'll either be like, I think today classes were $11.99, but it's but we're going to do a whole class on just grounding. Okay. So and then we're just, yeah, it's kind of hard. She's got 2 little ones, and we have everything all ready to go. We just need to go in and, yeah. So we found so much information on grounding that we decided, well, we're just going to do a class on grounding first. And it's like, okay, universe, you wanted me to do this class. You need to open up some time to where we could do this, you know? I'll let you guys know when we get it up, but we can record it on one. I thought about doing it on Zoom, but then this other modality seems to be easier, and then we could upload it to Udemy. We can do sections on it because we found homeopathy, the spiritual, the physical, the crystals, and all this. Girl, my daughter was worried that I was coming down with dementia, but I've had kids. When you have kids, you repeat yourself all the time. I'm telling the same stories over and over again all the time. You guys have probably noticed it on here, but it's I can't get it off now. So, and I do so much spiritual work that I'm not in my body. Yeah. So, this is one of the things we found in the grounding class. It's called an Indigo Gabbra. Okay. And what it does is exactly RM2. I got 4 kids. I don't know what stories I tell each one. So what this crystal does is if you are out of your body, it will pull you back down into your body. And I noticed I'm not forgetting things as much. And if I do forget what I'm doing, I remember it right away. It's yeah. I haven't been in my body for a while. And that's what I posted on YouTube too. I said, you know, my daughter just had a baby. She's 4 months old. I said, another 2 years from now, she's going to be saying, "Oh my God, I'm." She goes, "Oh my God, I'm turning into my mother." I don't know if it's so much of floating sensation, being spacey, okay, not being able to concentrate. Indigo Gabbra. Let me look. Yeah. And you know what? You might get her this black cumin seed also, Tatty. Let's see. Amazon. Where are you? I ordered it off of Amazon too. They actually had it. And then we'll do part of the class will be on essential oils and the crystals and the okay, why are you not letting me on there? Because I haven't set it. I had no phone service for a week because my SIM card went out. And I'm still trying to recover. But then there was another crystal. It's called a dragon stone. And that one, that one said it was good for grounding. But then when I went in and looked it up, it said this is a law of attraction stone. It said, if you're having a bad day, you don't want to wear it because it'll draw more of it to you. And I had to think. They said if you're putting bad, what you put out, you're gonna get back. And I had to stop and think for a second. Do I put bad energy out there? And I said, no. I think I work hard at trying to put good stuff out there. So I went ahead and ordered one. Now I don't know what I did with it. I can't find that, and I can't find I ordered an amethyst to put next to my bed because that's good for your dreams. Okay, orders. Now you're going to make noise. Okay. And I was supposed to send this information to RM2 earlier too. Where are you? Yeah, I'm amazed. Okay, it's an Indigo Gabbro, Gabbro crystal. And like I said, I found it on Amazon at a decent price too. Yeah. I think, honey, I think he's going to be closed longer than April. I think we're, and I told one of my friends, because I'm low income, so sometimes I have to go to the food bank. So I went to the food bank, and they know I can pretty much only eat, just fruits and vegetables. And all of a sudden I started accumulating much canned goods. And they gave me some canned salmon and stuff. And I'm looking at this and it's like, I have enough canned goods. Why are all these canned goods accumulating? I tried to give some to my neighbor and she said she didn't need them. And then it dawned on me this week. It's like, oh, this has been going on since January. The universe was preparing me for all this. So KK, do you get out of your body floating Yeah, I've got them. And if they give us if I get any money on that stimulus, I'm going to order a bunch of gluten-free meals. This might be a good crystal for you too, KK. Okay, so I'm going to give you a grounding technique. Okay, this might be part of the problem. So what I do to ground is I visualize from here down on my body is a tree trunk. Cookies. Okay. I visualize my feet turning into tree roots, and they're growing down to the center of the earth and wrapping around to the heart of Mother Earth. That's how I ground. Try that and see if it makes a difference. And then I'll teach you how to, I'll teach you how I put my protection on. I taught somebody a couple months ago how to do that. And she says, I feel like I'm using all my energy in order to maintain the field for protection. And I said, no, you have to ask for it to be up through infinity. So RM2, why don't you try grounding also, young lady? Okay, so it does make a difference. Okay, so this is what I do for protection. Now, I was taught this 40 years ago by a woman that said she was a walk-in. And my son and I were talking about this a couple months ago. It said, she said, you know, I've been through a lot of teachers. You've been through a lot of teachers, Mom. He says, but this woman was right on about everything she ever said. And I said, yeah, everything she, for 40 years, everything she has said has been confirmed. She taught me to meditate and everything. Okay. So close your eyes and visualize this white egg-shaped light around you. Okay. This is the white Christ light of protection. There's different ways of, everybody's got a different way of grounding. Okay. Some people visualize crystals through their feet. Some people walk on the earth, but that doesn't maintain a permanent grounding. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you visualize this white Christ light around you. Okay. So I ask for the white Christ light of protection, infinite miles above, infinite miles below, infinite miles around and through, inside and out. And for it to be maintained infinitely. And then I call upon Archangel Michael to put his blue flame around all of that of protection. And then I bring in this golden honey-colored energy in through the crown chakra, through my whole body, just flowing like honey, filling the whole body. And then I expand that out also throughout eternity. Yeah, well, we'll work on different ways of protection and stuff. That's one of the things I need to start researching. But it's you're stepping in for Tatty. Yeah. Now, see, the Jews don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah because the Christ consciousness is an energy. It's not a person. It's an energy. When they talk about the Christ coming again, they're talking about the Christ consciousness for everybody, okay? But Jesus achieved the Christ consciousness, and he told us, okay, he told us that we had the ability to do this and more. So that's yeah. And there's lots of books coming out, okay, on Mary Magdalene's healing. In fact, I belong to a book club. It's called gosh, I can't even think of the name of it. They offered me a new book that's coming out on Mary Magdalene's healing. Okay. And I've got to look at that. And they offered another one called Carillion. Oh my gosh, I need to sit down and really make some notes on that. That's some I got so excited when I was reading that. It's like, this is just hits it all on the nose. So some interesting books are popping up. But Hay House has one right now on Mary Magdalene. Doesn't go into her teachings as much, but it kind of talks about some things. And I'm glad you feel better, KK. So, and what I do for the white Christ light of protection is sometimes I just go in and just polish it up once in a while. And give thanks for it being there, you know. And I do know that if anything does come through, I had an interesting experience. I had to think about this for a while. Why did this energy come through when I have the protection up? But I think it's something that needed to be brought into my awareness. It's something I needed to experience in order to bring it to other people's awareness, or needed to bring it to my awareness. That was interesting. That's when it goes along the line of who does it belong to? So I was also reading something the other day that said they have a lot of historians, biblical historians have a theory that the book of John was also, they think that was written by Mary Magdalene. And the reason the other ones are so similar is because they were handed out like copies. So how's everybody doing? We have a couple other people observing. You could come in and talk with us also. and I'm still waiting for I have 2 people. When we get 4 people, we'll do a class on I keep saying it. We'll have a class on the dark side of the light chasers. Yeah. So KK, you might want to look into this book, because this is probably one of the most important things you can ever learn in your life. Is we are the yin yang. We are whole and complete. Okay, we are the shadow and the dark, all in one. We're not looking for our better half. We are already our better half. Okay, so the dark side of the light chasers talks about embracing the dark side of yourself. Those are things that we push away from ourselves that we don't like or people have criticized, and then it's fragments us. So we spend the second half of our life trying to reclaim all those parts of ourselves. And Taddy's been waiting forever for us to have the class. I think that the other person right now I know that has it, I think it's Happy Tears. So we're just waiting for a couple more people. Yeah, it's collecting dust. We might have to just go ahead and do it with a couple people. But that's so important. We fragment ourselves, you know? I have one gal that comes in. She's one of the. You're still reading it? Nicola's the third person. She's working on it too. Okay, so if you look at the astrology that's going on, something happens every time Saturn and Pluto meet like this. Okay. And it was interesting because for the last few years, the astrologers have been calling something unknown. They call it a black swan event. Okay, that's where something comes in and happens that shakes up everything. The last time it happened was 500 years ago. And that's when we went through the Reformation in the world and it changed the whole world. Okay, we're going through that again now. So they knew a situation was going to come in, but they didn't know what it was. They couldn't predict what it was. So I think on some unconscious level, the collective decides what it's going to be. And we all came in to experience this at this time, you know. We all made agreements to do that. And some of the astrologers who wrote books last year and had them published in like October were talking about a black swan event. And I was reading some other astrologers and they were talking about this too, the black swan event. That's what they all call it in astrology. Something unknown that's going to happen. It's like it can be like a roller coaster, but we're going to be going through this off and on with this roller coaster energy until I think they said March of 2021. I don't know so much that it's all just the virus, but last time this happened during the Reformation, it changed the money systems of the world too. And that's one of the things that they're talking about now is they want to with this new bill that they're working on is creating a digital currency. So I'm saying, you know, I'm telling you guys, if you got any room at all, start some gardens. Yeah. Because this is affecting the whole world. It's not just one area. And that's going to affect food supplies too. I'm not telling you this to make you afraid. I'm telling you to bring awareness. There's a difference between awareness and fear. And I was talking about this the other day. Somebody kept telling me that the opposite of, it's already affecting food supplies. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, KK. My daughter told me a month ago. It was a month ago. She told me to order Lysol and disinfectant wipes and stuff. And I was on my way to exchange the battery in my car. And it's like, she called me and told me, you need to get toilet paper while you're at Costco. And I said, why? Because I don't have TV and I don't listen to the radio. She says, because people are buying up toilet paper like crazy. And it's like, what? So I got over to Costco to exchange the batteries. There's no toilet paper. There's no water. You know, it's just like, this is nuts. So it's going to be interesting this summer. My neighbor and I are opening up the fence between our properties. Toilet paper. Okay, this virus doesn't even affect that end. Why? That's crazy. Yeah, water, yeah. Toilet paper? That's crazy. So I've been looking for toilet paper for a whole month, but then the Mormons believe in keeping food storage, and they store all this kind of stuff in preparation for things like this. Well, I mentioned to one of the gals I know, and I said, I don't have any toilet paper. I've been trying to get toilet paper for a month. And they brought me over toilet paper. I have probably enough toilet paper for 3 months now. Yeah. one of the things that nourishes the ground. Oh, no, it's not too late. You're still trying to find TP? Ugh. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't figure out why all of a sudden I have an extra box of canned goods. You gotta go get leaves. So I thought it was interesting because there was a woman, she got kitchen towels and she cut them up, and her family are using those because they can't find toilet paper. She got a bucket with a lid on it. She put bleach water in there. Okay. So when they use those, they put them in the bleach water and then they take them in and wash everything in the washer. Somebody goes, I'm worried about your not being very sanitary. And I thought, that's how they used to do diapers. Okay, out here in Colorado, we usually don't plant until the 1st of May, but I'm already blowing. Yeah. I'm already growing plants. I didn't think they'd come up this quick. Already, I already have some plants that are this big, and it's like I'm going to have to replant them in pots. But if you're in an area that's not going to freeze anymore, then you could probably buy plants. There's always a way. There's always a way. Because my daughter had called me, they're having troubles finding baby formula and diapers. And I told him, well, if you can't find, he says, well, how can you make cloth? He says, what are diapers made out of? I said, well, cotton. And then RM2 told me, she said, kitchen towels. I said, oh, I didn't even think of kitchen towels. So it's like, there's always a solution. The thing is that I see a lot of people being kind to each other and supporting each other, And then out here, I live out in the country. So, and what I thought was nuts is my son posted, he went in to buy some ammo for his gun. The shells were totally cleared. Totally cleared. Oh, I didn't think of kitchen towels. Yeah. It's crazy. So I just try to focus on the positive and give out positive information. And, people are putting down Trump, or they're putting down the Democrats, or they're putting down the Republicans. And it's like, okay, if you sit down and, let me see. I'm not good on timing. I just learned this technique. Okay. I'm a Libra. I got to read both sides of everything. Yeah, be careful with timing reads. I know. Okay. Well, that's what's been happening for the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Girl, I couldn't even do readings on Sunday. I sat there for 5 minutes, didn't say a word, waiting for somebody to come on. I had one person on, which meant they were monitoring me, and they closed it down for copyrights. Oh, And then I came back in 6 times, and I did I did the meditation on how to expand out into the universe, and then I pulled a card for everybody for the week. And then it would close me down. That's yeah, one of the gals was asking the other night for everybody's help because everything is being done automatically. Okay, nobody's even monitoring things. Somebody's going in and monitoring afterwards. Okay. People are going in and looking at the videos afterwards to see if there's any copyrights or anything. And then yesterday my videos popped up. So somebody had to review them. Yeah, I could always let you know later, Taddy. One of the gals that's a reader, 33 something, yes. Yes, but you know what I think is happening though is it's automatically doing it. Yeah. Exactly. I think everything's just being done automatically by the bots that are watching. This gal was on YouTube the other night and she was crying up a storm because they demonetized her. But like I said, you can put an appeal, and I think they relook at everything. Okay. Yeah, because she was crying because she depends on. Yeah, I can do timing on other situations. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. I can do by month. I need to learn how to do it by season and how many days or something. So. Yeah. That's a second question, girl. No, I didn't do a reading for you earlier. Girl, you have had, well, that's like playing cards. Yeah. Let me shuffle for RM2. Taddy, I got a 5. I don't even play music in the background. That's just it. Yeah. But then how long ago did you pull that, Taddy? RM2, let's see. 3 months RM2. Okay. Okay. Well, we're not too far off. I guess it depends on how you ask it. Girl, you got to get your mind off of food. Well, you know, it might depend on what area you're in too. Okay, because it's more severe out there, Tatty, than it is here. I don't even have regular TV. I have Gaia. Oh, and there's a new program on there that's just awesome. And my daughter I traded Gaia for Netflix. That sucks. I wanted to travel this fall. Oh, I'm telling you, the Gaia is worth it. There's even yoga and Tai Chi and yoga on Gaia. There's yoga, Tai Chi, recipes, series. Yeah. Where were you going to go, KK? I wanted to get in the car and just travel the East Coast. I've been talking about this for months. Okay, so when I break it down to area, it's 6 months. Oh my goodness. Where are they located at, hon? Problem is, I'm the top of the line in the family now. Yeah, if I look at it by area. See? I get 5 for my area. In India. RM2's been from India. Her parents are from India. Maybe this fall, hun. Ah. I know. So what state are you in? I'm in Colorado. Taddy's in California and RM2's in New York. It's funny. You're in Canada. Yeah. They're starting to speed up here. Yeah. We have there well, yeah, because nobody can get tests. Um, we have this morning there was 700 diagnosed and 7 dead. She's stuck at home. She's yeah. She's pacing the floor. She's ready to strangle somebody. She's so bored. I keep telling everybody, this is a time to do some things that you've always wanted to do. If you want to learn to crochet, now's the time to do it. If you want to paint a picture, now's the time to do it. Watching TV and playing video games, yeah. Well, I'm going to throw my. You got paintings. I paint too, hon. So I have a painting that I need to finish, but I'm kind of going through the house and spring cleaning. I do have one. Okay, I had to get everything out of my storage. So I have a few boxes of things in the little room that I need to go through. Girl, I have probably 500 books, and I need to go through and organize books and go through the ones I don't want. And I have some arts and crafts that I need to I have some arts and crafts stuff that I need to go through too. And then that room will be organized again. That room's calling because I'm thinking I need to get in there and spring clean the kitchen, and it's like, no. RM2, who does it belong to? RM2 is a workaholic. She has no life but working. Okay? I've been telling her for months before all this even popped up that she needed to start. Okay, if it doesn't belong to you, send it back with love and consciousness and see if you quit stressing out as much. Okay? I've been telling RM2 to get out for months. She's not going to meet anybody if she only goes to work and sits at home with her parents. I've kind of looked at a little bit of my genealogy. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. Pacing the floor. I have probably 40 books that I need to catch on. up on, but I need to do the spring cleaning first because I think it's stressing me out. I'm going to throw my mop away because I discovered that, okay, my mother-in-law used to take the broom. She had a broom in her bathroom, and I couldn't figure out why. She used to take the broom and the cleanser and just scrub down the whole bathroom and the tub and everything. And then, so I decided the other day to mop the floor. I just grabbed the broom and I didn't have to get down and scrub the corners or anything. I just used the broom. And it didn't put down as much water as the mop. Yeah, what a summer teeth. I keep telling you, Nicola, you should move out here. There's all kinds of guys here. I just don't know how to meet them. Yeah. Is someone craving fries? Oh my God, now that you said it, I am. As soon as you said it, I wanted fries. Involuntary homeschooling. Yeah. You know, I'm telling you, I think maybe this is going to start changing um, the way we do schooling and stuff anyway. Some McDonald's French fries. Oh my gosh, girl. I'm 30 minutes away from the nearest McDonald's. My thing about guys is they got to have brown eyes. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with blue eyes. Oh my goodness. You like you some blue eyes. Oh my goodness. Daddy, can you pull a timing on when Rob is going to contact me? I got the blue eyes. It's funny, my oldest and my youngest daughter's eyes are almost black. And they have different fathers. And my oldest daughter, her eyes are rust colored. My youngest son has blue eyes with gold in the middle. I think eventually Rob's going to be bald. Yeah. So one of the things I saw on Facebook the other day, it says, day 5. I had so much time that I looked at everybody's Facebooks. Yeah, timing for contact. I had so much time. I looked at all your Facebooks. 2 of you have the same boyfriend. That's funny. Another one said, day 4, it says, I talked to a spider. It says, I talked to a spider. It says, yeah, he seemed pretty cool. And he's a webmaster. I said, that's funny. Well, we have extra people up here that are not talking. I'm trying to post some funny things. And I try to... Ugh. He's a web designer, yeah. I went in and did all I did all the general readings on Saturday night, and I had a few people come in, and so I did a few readings for them because one of the gals was from India. And I know when it's 6 o'clock here, it's like 6:30 in the morning over there. So I did a reading for her and a few other people on one of the general readings. So that was interesting because I have a new deck of oracle cards. Boy, they just hit everything on the nose the other night. It corresponded with all the cards I was pulling up. So KK, so if you get the book on the dark side of the light chasers, we'll start a class. Two months? Okay. Okay. Okay, RM2, my next delivery of what? Girl, you know I order so much crap because I'm bored. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Star. Ugh. And that's exactly what's happening. Hopefully, new beginnings in love and somebody coming back from the past and happiness and healing. Wow. I probably have some stuff coming in tomorrow, and a lot of the seeds are not coming in till, yeah. I need to find some shade seeds to plant out here in the front. I raked a lot of the yard because when in October, yeah. So in October we had a freeze. Yeah. When I was coming back from Arizona, I couldn't find a hotel that night in Cortez, and Tinky and I had to sleep in the car. Thank God I do not skimp on sleeping bags. Her and I curled up in the car with a sleeping bag because I couldn't find a hotel anywhere. It was 8 degrees. And it went from 60 degrees one day to 8 degrees that night. And it freeze dried all the trees. I still have a tree out here that still has all its leaves from last October. It hasn't lost leaves. So I've been waiting for everything to fall down. The wind's kind of blown some of them. So, yeah. Oh. You know, Brianna had asked me, she goes, Mom, have you guys got any toilet paper down there? And I said, no. And she goes, I've got people contacting me from California saying that that they'll pay me to ship them toilet paper. But then I'm in a small town and you wouldn't, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What are you doing? I don't even know why it did that. Did I learn how to figure out names and looks? No. No. Well, the cups are usually light-haired with blue eyes. Pentacles are usually dark-haired, dark eyes. Swords are usually brown eyes, brown hair. Swords are usually blonder. Yeah. You keep getting cups. They're usually light hair, light eyes. This is crazy. You wouldn't think that, they keep making fun of. That's the opposite of the past, yeah. I tried it next time. Oh, good grief, girl. I usually just give you the energy because I know some people like to know what sign they could be. Well, how many times do you listen and you think, well, they're talking about this sign and that, but he's this sign, but everything else fits him, So I'm just going back by what I learned a long time ago. But the energy is what's important. Because I've had a lot of people from India come on and say, well, what's the sign? Well, I don't do that. I just give you the energy. And I'm going to tell you same thing that I tell everybody else. 99% of the time, you already know what I'm telling you. We just second guess ourselves. If you don't like what you hear in the reading, make a choice. God gave you free will, change it. Okay? Yeah. And I may teach you something. This is my truth. This is what's right for me. Question everything. You got to find what's right for you. Yep. Yep. You have a good night, hon. And you can message me anytime. So, and I try to stress. Yeah. She could go in and look at my Facebook and she can get it. You're getting a blondie. Oh. But what I try to do is give you the energy around the readings so you can make choices and decisions. I try not to do predictions. I just give you the energy and it's up to you. You have a good night, hon. Love you too, girl. Apparently your guy loves his hair. It always comes up. Mine has brown eyes, blonde hair. He's got a little bit of a receding hairline. He's got a beard, and he was so worried because he has gray in his beard. He says it was premature. I said, okay, this guy's worried about his looks. So, yeah. I'm getting tired of myself. How tall? He's 6'3". Why were you asking how tall he is? You must have picked up on what I was thinking. He says he's Norwegian, but he's 6'3". My oldest son is 6'4". We always told him that his genetics were changed um, somewhere along the line, that he was part alien. So when he had his DNA done, he said, yeah, now I could put everybody to rest. They kept telling me my genetics were changed by the aliens, because everybody else in the family stops at 6 foot and he was 6'4". So we like him tall, Daddy. Yeah. I'm 5'7" too, hon. When all this stuff is over, all us ladies should get together and have a weekend in Las Vegas. I tried to get everybody together for a camping trip last year. Some people made reservations, and then they had to not come at the last minute. Yeah, I was the same height as both my husbands. And this guy's taller, so kind of nice. Your mom likes Las Vegas? Yeah. Caddy's the closest to Vegas. It's kind of funny, because if you go back and look on okay, so if you look at my dad's side of the family, on his mom's side, they came over in the late 1600s, and they were the Pennsylvania Dutch. They were German. Well, they weren't German. They were Dutch, Irish, English, Welsh, Scottish, English. Okay. They've been talking about this for all these centuries, right? So cousins intermarried with cousins for 400 years. So I think instinctively, all of us girls, all of us girls were attracted to Hispanic men. It's like instinctively we knew that we had to fortify the gene pool, because it started breaking down, because my sister had diabetes and had heart problems, and her son had heart problems. And I think the genetics, after all 400 years of interbreeding, is something that we had to look at. So yeah, all of us girls, it's funny, all of us girls ended up with Hispanics. Well, my sister had a Swedish one. So we had, and So back in 1395, one of my ancestors was the Duke of Worcestershire, and he was an advisor to the king. Somebody has gone into a lot of time and effort to really chase down our genealogy. And then we can go back to like 1500 in what is now Germany. It used to be Dutch, Holland. So yeah, like the sauce, Worcestershire. That's what I said. Oh. And my family in New York. Okay, my great grandmother migrated down from Canada to New York and married my grandfather, who was 15 years older than her, and they ended up in Iowa. They were some of the very early Mormons. And it's funny how I ended up connecting with the Normans for about 2 years. The church is all fine and wonderful and seems like it's very metaphysical and everything, and then a few little things start popping up that say, hold on a minute here. So that was an interesting experience. Well, at least he's got the guts to stand up to what's going on, you know. To me, that shows somebody cares about the people. I'm sure he's frustrated as hell trying to get all these things done, you know. Why is my Kindle running on my phone? Wow. I'm going to have to go in and look at Secret Tarot. I listen to her a lot. I also listen to Tyler's Tarot. He is hilarious. She is good. She is good. And she's the ones that keep saying somebody's coming back with an apology. So we'll see. But then I've been hearing that for 2 years, so kind of give up after a while. I like her. She's got a sense of humor. Yeah, eat, read, love. Yep, that's what I was telling RM too, to go in and listen to him. Eat, read, love. I would love to have that many viewers. Caddy's got almost 1,000. I've been telling everybody to go sign up for her page to get her up to 1,000 anyway. Yeah, I kind of resonate more with I think I am more Libra than I am Virgo in the Vedic. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, Taddy. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Oh, now all the Florida spring breakers are testing positive and they're all crying because they made fun of it. Wow. Yeah, because I still would have had one of them in Libra, but all the rest would have been in Virgo. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's like astrology is such a science. Yeah. Young adults now make up largest group of virus patients in Singapore too. So it's shifted since China. Oh my gosh. Well, how about those people that were out going down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon for 25 days and they come out and the whole world is changed? Yeah. I wish I would have studied astrologer a lot when I was younger. I know there's a guy going in that's going to be teaching a class. It's $47, and he has a chart that gives you it's like a pie chart type thing with all 12 signs, and it's got your birthday in there, and it breaks down to what's happening and um, what what are they called? One of the 12 signs. Yeah. And that's on Astrolata. She just sent out an email today on one of his classes. And I did get a couple books. RM2 and I were trying to figure out. I have one book on predictive astrology. I said I got about 40 books. The Two of Cups. Yeah, I just let me get my house together first. I got some time. But I want to do the predictive astrology, and there's another one on there's a breakdown on degrees. Each degree represents something. And I was looking at progressive astrology. Oh. So the planets progress through each sign, and you go through certain things with the progressive astrology. And it's like I'm right in the two signs that I was looking at. I'm right at 29, and I will be going to 0. And they're a year at a time. So I'm going through some kind of a major shift, and I forget which planets they were in. And it's like I'm learning a little bit at a time. But I was seriously thinking about taking this class with this guy because it just seems like it would be interesting. If you look at Astrolata, she should have it up on her page. Yeah. 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 And this lady uses progressive astrology in order to predict marriages and stuff. And then, too, I have the book on, I can't even think of what it's called now. I have so much stuff. I read all the time. But then I get frustrated with stuff, and then I have to read a silly little romance in order to clear my head a little. That would be interesting to know what kind of energy the astronauts go through up there. Yeah. Yeah. Occasionally I have to read a romance book just to clear the energy in my head, just to make me laugh because they're so silly. I sent one to RM2 today for her to read because she's bored. I have a Kindle. I have 6,000 books, and 99.9% of them, well, 99% were free. And I have 4 Kindles. One is for cookbooks, one is for romance novels, one is for metaphysical books, and one is for a mixture. I categorize everything, girl. I know. So, and I like science fiction fantasy. But like I said, a silly little romance occasionally just clears the energy. Oh my goodness. Now, my daughter is a Capricorn and she's the organizer of the world. I swear she is. She goes in and she organizes everybody's houses and everything. I told her she should have started a business doing that. Now, see, both my girls are Capricorns, and they're sassy, they're fun, they're impulsive, but they're both hardworking. She's in Arizona. Yeah, she's closer to you than I am. January. One's January 9th and the other's January 16th, but they're 19 years apart. So Libras are supposed to be the ones that do beauty and are artistic. And RM2 looked at one of my paintings of the moon that I did, and she just, wow, she got all excited. I need to take all since my Facebook is no longer just my family Facebook, I have so many people on there. I need to take all my pictures and paintings and everything off of that and start just a family one. Yeah, so, and I need to finish this one. I have an idea what I need to add more blues and fix the waves and everything on it. So, yeah. my daughter was living here when I did a bunch of paintings for Christmas presents. One of my grandsons is Leo, and I found a picture of a Zentango type um, lion with just the half face, and I did that for him for a Christmas present. But then my grandson, I kept getting that his totem was a raven. Okay, and there's a whole story behind the raven. Raven brings in magic. They're also very intelligent, and they carry some of the secrets of the universe, right? And I should do that. I should do that. That's a good idea, Casey. What I wanted to do was make my own tarot deck. Do some paintings for the tarot deck. And I have a bunch of canvases upstairs. I just haven't done them, you know? So with my grandson, I kept starting a raven and actually it's on that picture. Oh, I called you. So I kept redoing the picture of the raven. I couldn't get the right picture of the raven, but then he's got the Celtic. Okay, through me, my daughter swears up and down I am pure white. That's what she says, because my whole ancestry is Dutch, Irish, English, Scottish, and Welsh. That's all I am. Okay, in that one little corner of the world. So my kids have Native American. In fact, my kids are almost 30%. Oh yeah. Um, my kids are 30% Native American from South America all the way up. And I know their great grandmother is full and grandfather were full-blooded Apache. So I did a raven with the Celtic knots twisted up coming up, but the raven was on top of a Native American pipe. So I did the Native American pipe, but the smoke coming up was the Celtic design. And then on the back of it, I wrote the whole story. And he just thinks that's the greatest thing in the world. I just, yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to do. So and if you ever get back on Facebook, I did a Buddha. And it's 3 foot by 4 foot. It was my oldest daughter's 40th birthday present. And yeah. Too bad you couldn't go. You know what, girl? There are classes online. There are classes online for painting. I told you, look at Bob Ross. I went to college and learned all these fancy techniques and everything. And then I sit down and watch some Bob Ross classes, and it simplified everything for me. Everything. It's like, and there's another guy that's advertising. You could order canvases and paints on Amazon, and they'll deliver them to the house for you. Don't give me that excuse. There's a guy on YouTube right now that does some awesome pictures. He's offering some classes for $99, and he guarantees that you can paint at the end of the classes. So, and I was looking at some predictions, and they're all talking about. Do you want to do watercolors? Do you want to do acrylics? It depends on what kind of pictures you want, huh? I have a watercolor in here that is of two cheetahs lounging on the ground. I did this one. Okay, this is an acrylic. Let me get it. This is the closest one I have. This one. That's an acrylic. Okay. And I did that for the Women's Crisis Center. And yeah. So we were doing stuff for, you can go in and look at a lot of my pictures on Instagram. I have some pictures on Instagram. It's under Casey Cisneros. I did one very big, huge 3x4 one of like the life story of the violence that I've been through in my life. It's Casey Cisneros, KACICISNEROS, and it's all one word. So the pictures are on there, and so I did a picture from the time you're a baby. My mom said, well, I don't want any other kids. Why am I having this baby? I think birds would work for acrylic paint. I think that's what the guy's using. Acrylics or watercolors are awesome too. They have water-soluble watercolors now too. So yeah, we did pictures for the Women's Crisis Center. This one I called Helping Hand. And I had gone in and did it, and my the woman that was my therapist in the Women's Crisis Center was also an artist. And I had went in and worked at that. And she says, oh my God. She says, you did that in 2 hours. And then the next time I went in, I added some more touches. And she goes, I didn't think you could improve on that. You did. So that was, but I call that one Helping Hand. I have a watercolor of the cheetahs. Let me show you this one. What the heck? Oh, hold on, Tink. This is the big one I'm working on. This is the one I need to work on. Oops. Knock everything down. Okay, guys. This is the big one. I have a lot to redo on this one. It's not even close to done. But that one is... I made that one for... you know how they say the devil says you'll never survive the storm? She says, I am the storm. I said, ooh, I got to do a painting on that. So it's been sitting here waiting for me to finish it. But if I get started on that, then I'm not going to finish going through the whole house like I need to. So. And then I did a moon one. Not all my pictures are on Instagram, but it's, yeah. I need to put them up there. I got to figure out how to do that. These are acrylic paint. Yeah. Hi, Tinky Winky. She says, you made me wake up and move. Yes, you did, Mom. You made me wake up and move. Oh, you saw the raven? Yeah. Pottery is awesome. Yeah. I have a few things that I did from pottery, but that didn't. What I would like to do is get my hands into the pottery. and create things. That's the artistic part. I took an advanced art class at the community college, and he had us do something 3D, and we had to figure out something. So what I did is I got a bunch of wire and I made a dragon. And then when I was doing the wings, he goes, "How are you going to do the wings?" So I went in and weaved them like you would. I went in and weaved them like you would on a dream catcher. It helps to be a little artistic. I do all kinds of stuff, girl. That's been my. I did this. Look at this. So I did one of these in purple, and it's hanging on my door. That was my sanity. That was my sanity. I had my art, when I was going through all the abuse and stuff, and I had books, and I had my and my art and my crochet. All my grandkids and my kids have a blanket except for my youngest one. I'm trying to finish. She was supposed to come down in May for my granddaughter's graduation. Yeah, I already know what I want to do for the temperance card. I just need to I need to get organized. Okay, I'll probably start working on that room upstairs because I need to get to all my paints and stuff. Like I said, there's containers up there. There's books all over. There's stuff spilled on the floor. I need to organize all that so I can start getting to this stuff. You'll do crochet when you're pregnant. You should be crocheting stuff for your house. You could crochet an Afghan for your house, baby blankets for the future. I'm trying to quit crocheting. I'm trying to use up all the yarn that I have. I think I have 4 baby blankets done now. I'm telling you, I decided probably last March. No. Well, anyway, I started crocheting baby blankets to put away for my youngest 2. Well, Brandon's got 2 now, and his girlfriend just got her tubes tied, but Brianna's got 1, so I need 1 more baby blanket for her. Gift them. So I'm trying to put away baby blankets for my other kids and my grandkids. So I have 4 baby blankets done, and I have about 5 more to do. So everybody will have a blanket for future kids when I'm not around. So everybody's got one but Brianna, and I thought because she had to wait the longest that I'm trying to use up all the yarn, so I will probably do her 2 Afghans. So I have to show you the Afghans, or I have to show you the baby blankets. I'm just trying to use up all the yarn. It's getting hard for me to do crochet. It's not my hands. I fell and hurt my arm when I was about 12, and it's hurt here off and on for a few years, but now when I crochet, it really hurts. So and I can teach you how to crochet if you want. We could do that on YouTube too. Or we could do it on Zoom. I'm kind of a what do they call it? A Jill of all trades and master of none. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. You guys have got time off right now. Now it's time to do some of them things on the bucket list that you've been wanting to stay home and do and haven't had the time to do. You know? And that's something you can always incorporate in teaching your kids too, Taddy. What age groups are you teaching anyway? I've been meaning to ask you that for a while. Girl, why are you worrying about what other people think anyway? You need to create your own life. And you've already stressed that to your parents. Ah. Yeah, my daughter's going to school to be a special ed teacher right now. She's going through the University of Phoenix. I told her she's stupid because she's going to owe student loans for the rest of her life. Not judgment. Get out of judgment, Kay. Yes. Yeah. Because she helped out, because she had got hurt, and she helped out with the special education teachers in a lot of ways in high school. She absolutely loved it. So that's what she wants to. That's what she wants to do now. That's what I told her. But the thing is, the way the government is now, by the time she graduates, then they may take that out. You know, one of the things that the Democrats, and I was reading it, one of the things that they had that they threw into the bill, the only thing I could see in that bill that wasn't related was they wanted emission controls on the airlines. That's the only thing I could see that they threw in there that was a different add-on. But yet the Republicans wanted $35 million for the Kennedy Center. They lie and throw stuff in. So anyway, they had put in there to forgive a low-income school that she works at, though. Okay, they threw in that they would forgive $10,000 worth of student loan debt to help people out. So, you know, they're hollering the Democrats are doing this and that, but they were trying to throw in a lot of things to help. Yeah. So they put me on disability. See, what they did to me is I paid off all but $30,000 of my loans because I refinanced half of it through, paid off half of it through the house. Well, $25,000. Yeah. So I had $30,000 left. When they consolidated everything, they told me I owed $90,000. And I just said, no, I don't, because I paid a lot of it out. And they said, well, this is what it's showing. You owe $90,000. So when they put me on disability, they ticked me off because they wouldn't even listen to me. They wouldn't listen to me at all. So when they put me on disability, they write off your loans. Okay. So I'm a year into that. They told me it was 2 years, but the paperwork I just got said 3 years. So I can't earn any money for 2 more years that they show as a job for them to pay off my student loans. But they sent letters out to the lenders to find out exactly what I owed. So they probably found out the truth. But it's like, I'm going to be on disability the rest of my life. I'm going to be low income the rest of my life. So that means they're never going to get a payment from me anyway. But it was not the idea of making the payments. It was more the idea it was unfair, you know? And I had already thrown half of them into my house. So, yeah. I suppose I ought to let you guys go, huh? I'm I'm happy we got to talk more tonight, Taddy. Like I said, RM2 and I talk just about every day. She gets frustrated at work or frustrated with what's going on, and she messages me. Taddy has just about gone in and rewritten every procedure in her job already. She's such a workaholic. Oh my goodness. I keep telling her, before all this came up, I kept telling her, you need to go out and have fun. I'm tired. I don't want to go anywhere. Well, go to the park. Go to the grocery store. You'll meet somebody at the grocery store. And you're so young, Taddy. I've been trying to get RM2 to get that book too. If we can, if RM2 buys that book, then we got our fourth person for the class. I have bay leaves. You'll be 35 next month. Yeah. RM2, you're what, 29? 28? So you guys are at the age where you guys need to learn all this stuff. So if I can get that book crammed down your throat to learn, that'll simplify healing your life. I'm doing Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's an actual doctor. They've done a lot of research on the brain and how to change things. I am doing a program. It's called Healing Your Energy Centers. If you can go in and do that for 2 months, he says you'll have all kinds of miracles happening. But I play it every night, try to walk through it, and then I end up asleep. But I've been opening up all my energy centers to learn all this stuff and allow higher consciousness in. And what it does is it goes in and helps you change the neural pathways in your brain. And I've kind of noticed a shift on a few things too. So that's been interesting. But on Gaia, he has a program on called Rewired. and and they talk about the scientific data and stuff behind this. And I've kind of noticed it's kind of shifted some of my readings too. I'm getting more information too. So, and what are the bay leaves for? Use bay leaves in barbacoa. Intentions. Will you burn them? Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. It's new moon. I need to do that tonight. You write what you manifest and then you burn them, or what? I'm going to do that tonight. I do have bay leaves. I know we have a 3-day window, so. But yeah, I'll do that tonight. I'm just only got a couple things I want to manifest. I live pretty simple, so yeah. Trying to get my plants going. I have herbs started over here. I have garden stuff started over here. Do my spring cleaning. I probably, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm going to work on that room upstairs. Then I'll have the whole upstairs clean. And then I need to organize down here. The only thing I have to do is the dining room and the kitchen now. Yeah. I need to match a checklist. Like put down, work on pictures for tarot cards and do paintings of each zodiac sign. Work on my painting. I've got 2 books that I'm working on. One's called Krillian. These are ancient teachings. I have another book that fell in my lap that's on esoteric teachings from Alice Bailey. I can't even talk anymore tonight. She's got one called Maya, and Maya is talking about this world is an illusion. I am also rereading the book by Florence Scovel Shinn, The Game of Life. So, yeah. I do keep busy. And then I feel lost when I don't get my readings done. So, yeah, I was feeling a little bit lost Sunday. I keep busy. Try not to be bored. But since this stuff all popped up, I can't seem to settle at just picking up everybody's energy. So, been interesting. And like I said, I was telling everybody earlier, okay, so this Indian guru was saying the coronavirus does not want to kill anybody. It has evolved to live peacefully with animals. Now it's coming into humans and it's not aware that it's killing its host. It just wants to live. So, and I thought, well, that would make sense because it's got a consciousness too. So I was telling everybody earlier that, yeah. So we should all try to go in and talk to it and tell it, you know, you're killing your host, so that means that you're going to die too, you know. So, but then how much of our life is just a movie anyway, you know? But it's reality, exactly. but everything has a consciousness. Have you ever watched the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? That's what you should do while you're off. That is better than The Secret. Okay? It was a little documentary that took the whole country by storm. They extended it for months and months playing it. Yeah. You might, if you've got Netflix or yeah. Amazon has it. What the bleep do we know? That is, like I said, that is better than The Secret, because it goes in and explains the mechanics. You can go in and observe neutrons or neurons. If they know they're being observed, they'll act one way. If they're not being observed, they'll act a total different way. This is how we create a reality, is observing it and creating our reality. It's just responding to us. They can take a piece of DNA, split it in half, put it in a tube 12 miles apart, and whatever they do to one piece simultaneously happens to another piece. And so scientists says, ooh, wait a minute. There's some communication going out here. There's an intelligence out there. Duh. Good time to watch the movie. It might be called Down the Rabbit Hole, too. I think that's what the second version was. And they talk about Dr. Emoto with his experiments with water. Okay? They took the most polluted water in the world and tried to freeze it. It was so polluted it wouldn't form a crystal. So they had a Buddhist come in and pray. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is on YouTube. Okay. Somebody did tell me that a while back. So when they had a Buddhist prayer come in and say a prayer over some of the water, and they froze it, it created a beautiful crystal. Now I have his book, and they put heavy metal music on the water, and it wouldn't form a crystal. They played Mozart, and it formed a beautiful crystal. They did love, they did hate. Well, go ahead, go to bed, RM2. And it compared. What I thought was interesting, last time I looked at the book, they did love in 7 different languages. Now, every crystal is different. Every snowflake is different. There's no two the same. But they did love in 7 different languages. They all formed a very similar crystal. Yes, yes. Exactly. That's so much better than the law of attraction. Good night, RM2. I'll talk to you tomorrow, hon. And I was telling somebody I noticed a shift in consciousness back in 1992 when the Celestine Prophecy came out. That's a book you should read too. You too, hon. And they do. You're right. They do have it on. I'm going to have to remember that. What the bleep do we know? Got your homework, Tatty. You got to watch that movie and tell me what you think. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's you do what you got to do. Oh, There's an extended version. Yeah. I had one tickets and I took my friend. She was in her 70s. She was so excited. She took all her daughters. She went to see it 4 times. It explains a lot about consciousness and how we create our reality. Yeah. I should do that too. I should sit down and rewatch it. And somebody told me to get the movie The 13th Floor. Now, I've never found it anywhere, but she says it talks about creating reality too. And The Matrix is not too far off. My oldest son said he was driving down I-70 through the mountains, and he says he could see the little lines and stuff like The Matrix. He says, that was interesting, Mom. Girl, that movie's over 2 hours. How long do you sit at a movie theater and watch a movie? And I did notice that some of the movies that are out at AMC right now, you could actually watch on Amazon. I guess they've made a deal with Amazon to play the movies that are out. Interesting, the shifts that we're coming up with. It's almost 3 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, girl, we've been on here almost 4 hours, so I'm going to let you go for tonight. You can email me anytime, girl. I had you on my... You should have at least... Yeah, I did check it. Thank you for sending me the picture. You know, you can still, even though you don't get on Facebook, you can still contact me on Messenger. Oh. Yeah, you should be able to contact me on Messenger. Let's see, Gmail. Okay, where is it? Yeah, I've got the picture of the spread. Thank you for sending that. That's exciting. Yeah, you should be able to message me on Messenger, even though you're not on Facebook. Messenger should still be there. Yep. Cool. Yeah, it's a good time to catch up on things while everybody's off. Okay. You have an awesome night tonight, girl. And enjoy your time off. You know, take some time to do some of the things that you've always wanted to do besides watching movies and playing games. Now's the time to do them. Okay, you have a good night, hon, and I will talk to you later. You have a good one.